Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, a unique, modern and multicultural city that offers so much to see and to do. I spent 2 months strolling around the street of Kuala Lumpur, trying all the food and let the city catch away my breath. And damn, I wish everybody could experience what I did in Kuala Lumpur. In fact, this is a great video for whoever wants to live this city to the fullest, no matter if you are a backpacker or a digital nomad, because in fact, I like to stay on a budget too. And the first things on my list are the Petronas Towers. The Petronas Towers are such a symbolic part of Kuala Lumpur. They are the 2 tallest skyscrapers in the world, and if you're wondering, well, yes, these 2 twin towers are owned by the Petronas Group, the famous oil and gas company. In fact, the cool thing is that when you enter inside the Petronas Towers, which is free actually to walk inside, you will also see a huge F1 car pending from the ceiling. They are so massive and it's amazing to watch them from below because they make you feel so small. And if you are interested to take a stroll on the higher floor of the skyscraper, you can even take a tour around it. The visit includes a tour to the Sky Bridge and the observation deck, and it's about $20. The fact is that if you want to visit the Petronas Towers, there are different time slots during the day, and I definitely recommend to come there early in the morning in order to have all the slots of the day free, and you can choose any time of the day that you prefer to visit the Twin Towers. And the view from the top is simply breathtaking. Honestly, you can see all the city basically 360 degrees. You can see all the various famous buildings around the city, all the green areas, and it's just amazing. Well, if you suffer a little bit of heights, the fear of the heights, I don't know how great it will be for you, but you will feel very protected because anyway, it's completely closed with glass around you. But if you have the opportunity to go on the top of them, I will definitely recommend it because it's such a great experience. The second spot is Saloma Bridge. This was such an highlight of my time in KL. I don't know how many times I spent strolling on this 69 meters pedestrian bridge. It is right next to Petronas Tower, literally like a 5 minutes walk. In fact, the spot is perfect to face the Petronas Towers right in front of you, and there are specifically 2 times of the day which I will recommend to visit the Saloma Bridge. The first one is at sunrise, which is a great time to visit the bridge because there is literally no one around or just a couple of people walking on the bridge, probably going to work. And this is such a great time to visit because the city is waking up and you can admire an incredible sunrise from there. And the second time is in the evening because the bridge it's filled with a lot of lights that keep changing color, and it's simply stunning. I mean, I will put some video up here just to show you how incredible this is. The only problem is that everybody wants to see the Saloma Bridge at night. In fact, you will find a lot of crowds, but it's still very nice because it's very lively. Sometimes there is music, there are people playing around, a lot of kids, and the view is simply incredible. You definitely have to check out Saloma Bridge, and it's free. The third spot is KLCC Park. This is literally the park that faces the Petronas Tower. And inside there is also the Surya Mall, which is a mall, and I definitely recommend it for 2 reasons. One, because of course there are a lot of shops, so if you want to shop a little bit around or get a bite, that's the place. And second, there is AC, and Kuala Lumpur is so hot, and so it's a great place to refresh yourself. KLCC Park is a green area filled with jogging street, trees, a kids playground that makes you want to play too, and a big pool area where you can swim and relax. It's so good because you can see so many people jogging around and all the families spending time together, and it's just a nice place to hang around. I really love how this park brings people and families together. Just remember that it's super hot and humid. But of course, it's free. The fourth spot is the famous Batu Cave. This Hindu cave complex is one of the most popular Hindu shrines outside India. And it's dedicated to Murugan, the god of the war. In fact, a huge golden statue is standing in front of the Batu Cave, like protecting them. Maybe that's the meaning, I don't know. Tell me if you know it. This is a very famous spot, maybe you've already seen it on some social medias, also because it's huge rainbow stairs that leads to the huge cave. I would recommend you to come here as early as you can, maybe even at sunrise to avoid the crowds and the heat. The cool thing is that the entrance is free, but remember to cover shoulders and legs because it's still a religious place to be. The fifth spot is Merdeka 118, which is also the second tallest building in the world. Yes, Kuala Lumpur has the second tallest building in the world. With his 118-story building, it can be seen from basically all the corners of Kuala Lumpur. Honestly talking, I feel like the biggest spire on the top, which I think is around 150, 300 meters, something like this, it's kind of cheating, you know, because it's not really a part of the building, but hey, whatever. It's been said that that's the second tallest building, and it's super cool to see because it's freaking huge. The sixth spot is Perdana Botanical Garden. This huge park reminds me a little bit about Central Park in New York. I mean, I've never been there yet, but I think it's funds kind of the same purpose. No, it's quite off the lungs of the city. And back in the days, and still today, it served for the population to escape the bustling and hustling city vibe. The park entrance is free and you can stroll around as you want. There are a lot of people running around, doing sports, a lot of kids playing in the various playgrounds, family get together, like a little bit in KLCC Park. The fact is that this park is huge. Something very cute is that there are a lot of young lovers strolling around the park as well, and some cutie cats waiting for you to cuddle them on the streets. There is also a bird park and a butterfly park and a canopy right in the main square of the park, which is such a cool place for pictures. I really enjoy strolling around Perdana Botanical Garden with my friends in the evening in order to decompress from the stress of the work. It's really a nice place to be. The seventh spot is the National Mosque. Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur specifically is such a multicultural country and city, but the most professed religion is Islam. For this reason, the National Mosque has a capacity of 15,000 people, and it was built to memorialize Malaysia's independence. The entrance is free, and when you arrive they will give you something to cover up yourself. I don't know what is the name, if no, please let me know below. And it's super beautiful because they allow people to enter and visit the mosque even though if you don't pursue the same religion. And the cool thing is that they even have teaching and community spaces. So if you want to learn something more about the religion or the mosque itself, you can go there and ask questions. The eighth thing is Sultan Abdul Samadhi building and Merdeka Square. Constructed using red bricks, the Sultan Abdul Samadhi building is an historical landmark that goes back in the 19th century, and it was used as the administrative office by the British administration, and it took part of so many commemorative events such as the Declaration of Independence of Malaya in 1957. And can you believe that that 42 meters clock tower was designed to replicate the Big Ben? The area itself is just so beautiful, and this building faces Merdeka Square, which is also known as the Independent Place. In fact, here is where all the Malaysian people come and celebrate the Independence Day. The ninth spot is Thean Hou Temple. This is a breathtaking Chinese temple created to worship Mazu, the goddess of the sea. From the stunning main gate decorated with details, walking up to the main open room, it's filled with red pillars and balconies to admire an incredible sunset. I don't know much about the religion, but itself, the building, it's stunning. The architecture, it's so good. And it's super cool because the entrance, again, it's free, and the best time that I was there to visit was a sunset. I totally recommend to visit it. Just remember to dress something modest and respect other people that are praying. And last but not least, the KL Forest Eco Park. Honestly, I was a little bit skeptical, but those $8 were well spent. KL Forest Eco Park is the last patch of tropical rainforest in the middle of a concrete jungle in the form of building and skyscraper. Even though it's pretty small as a park, you can still stroll around all these canopies bridges, which are so nice to walk on, enjoy the flora and the fauna, and take some trails that cross some bamboo forests and very interesting places. We even get lost at a certain point. We didn't know in which direction we have to go out, but at the end we found the exit, and it was such a cool experience. These were my top things to do around the KL. I hope you like it, and I know there is much more to see, like markets and maybe the river of life, but I want to share the top things that literally took a place in my heart, and hopefully you will enjoy them too. Let me know in the comment which one you would love to see, or maybe you already seen. I don't know, have you already been in Kuala Lumpur? Oh, as always, remember to put a like at this video if you learned something new, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you very soon with another video. Bye guys!